Hey students and family members, Mr. Panza once again wrapping up another history unit. This time we were talking about the first colonies in North America for the English. We already did a project on the English colonies, those first two on Roanoke and Jamestown, and now I'd like to review all, specifically getting into the Pilgrims and Puritans and why they left England, but then also answering questions about those first colonies. Here's your review sheet with the answers. Follow along closely so you can study. You're going to have to fill in this complete sheet. You just take the word bank here and fill in these different boxes. If you're looking for the answers, you've come to the right video. I'm going to give you the answers today, but then it's up to you to study. The first one, a written agreement giving someone the right to establish a colony is called a charter. We have charters still today, typically, or for other things, but this one gives somebody the right to establish a colony. The Virginia Company sold this as an investment to others, which offered part ownership in their earnings as a company. It's called stock. We still have stock offerings in our culture today. What is sold strictly for profit to make money? Example would be tobacco. So the English came over. They knew that people in England couldn't really grow tobacco all that well, but it was growing very well in North America. So they would grow it, and then they would sell it back to the people in England. That's known as a cash crop. An agreement of rules, this is something that the Pilgrims established when they came over to North America on the Mayflower. They all actually decided to follow these rules. It was actually the first set of rules over in North America that was agreed upon to be followed, and it was called the Mayflower Compact. The compact is the vocabulary word that means the agreement of rules. The Native American who taught the Pilgrims how to plant crops was Squanto. Squanto was key and critical in helping the Pilgrims, what very few of them did survive that harsh winter, to help them survive. Now we also know that a lot of the Native American tribes and the English people did not really get along. This included Pocahontas, who was a member of the Powhatan tribes, and the Jamestown settlers. The individual from England that married Pocahontas that brought a very brief stop to the fighting and small amount of peace was John Rolfe. This is the individual who started the Jamestown colonies. He stated that he who does not work will not eat. The individual who said that was John Smith. He was sent over as a leader to hopefully fire up the troops in order to hopefully help Jamestown succeed. The mystery about the Roanoke colony was the fact that everybody seemed to disappear. It was the individual John Smith who went back to England to grab supplies. When he returned, all of a sudden everyone was gone. Why were the Powhatan Native American Indians upset with the Jamestown settlers? It was because they refused to fight for the land. And what I mean by that is the Native Americans thought that the English would help the Native Americans fight other Native American tribes. Well, the English refused to do that, and on top of that, the English were pushing the Native Americans off of their land. Why did the Pilgrims come to North America? Same reason why the Puritans did, for religious freedom. What did the Puritans mean when they said they wanted to be as a city on a hill? It didn't mean that they wanted to live on a hill. It meant that they wanted to set an example for all others to follow by living purely. And why the Pilgrims or the Puritans had more success at farming, it was because when they came over on their ships, they landed in the springtime. The Pilgrims came over and it was dead November. Not a good season for planting. Fill in these answers, study them well, they'll be on your quiz.